You get the number. You feel the dopamine hit. You think the hard part is over because she smiled, handed over her phone, and put her digits in your contacts. You go home feeling like a conqueror. You think you've secured a date, a potential relationship, maybe even a future. Then, you start typing. 3 days later, you are staring at a screen that hasn't lit up in 12 hours. You are analysing the blue bubbles. You are wondering why her responses went from enthusiastic paragraphs to one-word answers. You are wondering why she is suddenly busy for the next 2 weeks. Brother, you didn't lose her because of bad luck. You didn't lose her because she met someone else. You lost her because you picked up your phone and committed digital suicide. We need to have a brutal conversation about the smartphone. To a man, the phone is a tool. It is a logistical device used to convey information. Where are we meeting? What time? I'm here. To a woman, the phone is a psychological testing ground. It is a high-stakes filtration system. It is a window into your soul, your confidence, and your abundance mindset. And most of you are revealing character by character that you are desperate, bored, and low status. You think you are building rapport. She feels like she is being suffocated. You think you are being nice. She feels like she is talking to a fan. Let's strip away the polite nonsense and look at the evolutionary psychology of digital communication. When you text a woman, you are sub-communicating your value. If you violate the laws of scarcity and status, her biological attraction switch flips to off, and once it's off, no amount of clever emojis will turn it back on. Here are the 7 texting habits that kill attraction instantly, and the psychology behind why they make you look like a genetic dead end. Habit number 1. The double text. The panic button. You send a message. Hey, how's your day going? 2 hours pass. Silence. 4 hours pass. Silence. Anxiety starts to creep into your chest. You start thinking, maybe she didn't see it. Maybe my signal is bad. Maybe she forgot. So you send the follow-up. Did you get this? Are you mad at me? Or, the classic pivot, anyway, I just saw this funny meme. Stop, put the phone down, step away from the ledge. When you double text, you are signaling 2 fatal flaws, insecurity and scarcity. Insecurity, because you cannot handle the tension of silence. You need her validation to feel okay. If she doesn't reply, your ego starts to crumble, and you text again to patch it up. Scarcity, because a man with options does not notice if one woman takes 6 hours to reply. A man with options is busy building his empire, working out, or talking to other women. When you double text, you tell her, I am sitting by the phone waiting for you. You hand her all the power. You tell her that her attention is the most important thing in your day. And the moment she realizes she is the prize, you become the fan. And women do not sleep with their fans. The fix. The one-strike rule. You send 1 text. That is it. If she doesn't reply, you never text her again. Ever. You have to be willing to let the interaction die. Paradoxically, the willingness to walk away is the only thing that creates genuine attraction. If she wants to talk to you, she will reply. If she doesn't, sending a second text won't change her mind. It will only seal your fate. Habit number 2. The novelist. The over-investor. She texts you, yeah, work was crazy lol. You text back, oh man, I totally get that. My boss was breathing down my neck all day too. I ended up having to stay late to finish this report, and then I went to the gym and hit a PR on bench press, and now I'm just making some chicken. What do you do for work again? Is it stressful? Look at the screen. Look at the ratio of blue, you, to grey. If your text is a novel and hers is a post-it note, you are losing. In any negotiation, the person who is most invested holds the least power. By sending the wall of text, you are over-investing. You are trying too hard to impress her, to entertain her, to keep the conversation on life support. It screams, please like me, look how interesting I am. High-value men speak in headlines. Low-value men speak in essays. When you over-explain, overshare, and overtype, you remove all the mystery. You are vomiting your internal world onto her before she has earned the right to see it. The fix. Match her energy, or give slightly less. If she sends 3 words, do not send 30. Keep it brief, Keep it punchy. Make her work for your content. If she wants the full story, she has to agree to a date and sit across from you. Do not give away the milk for free via iMessage. Habit number 3. The instant reply. The golden retriever. Her phone buzzes. She looks at it. It's you. She puts it down and goes back to work. She replies 3 hours later. Your phone buzzes. You dive for it across the room. You unlock it. You type a reply within 14 seconds. You think you are being attentive. You think this shows you are a good guy. What this actually signals is, I have no life. It signals that you are staring at your phone, waiting for her crumb of attention. You are the golden retriever sitting by the door, tail wagging, just happy to be acknowledged. Women are attracted to men who are on a mission, men who are busy, men who are conquering territory in the real world. If you are instantly available to a woman you barely know, you are telling her that she is already the priority. And since she hasn't done anything to earn that priority, she subconsciously categorizes you as easy. Scarcity creates value. Abundance creates cheapness. When your time is abundant, it is worthless. The fix. Wait. Even if you see the text immediately, do not reply immediately. Finish what you are doing. Finish your workout. Finish your work. Reply on your time, not hers. Create a rhythm where she never knows when you will reply. That unpredictability creates dopamine. It creates addiction. Habit number 4. The emoji abuser, the court jester. That's so funny. Are you sure? I hope you have a great day. Brother, you are a grown man. Why are you texting like a teenage girl? Men use emojis to soften their message. They are afraid of sounding too harsh, too direct, or too masculine, so they add a smiley face to show, I'm nice, don't be mad at me. It signals weakness. It signals that you are terrified of offending her. A masculine tone is direct. It is stoic. It stands on its own. When you pepper your texts with laughing faces and hearts and monkeys covering their eyes, you are subcommunicating that you are not a threat. And if you are not a threat, you are not a sexual option. You are a safe friend. Women use emojis to express emotion and nuance. Men use words to convey information. When you mimic her communication style, you enter her frame. You become one of the girls. The fix. Cut the emojis by 90%. Use them sparingly and only to convey tone that might be misunderstood. Be comfortable with your text sounding dry. Dry is masculine. Dry is serious. If you make a joke, let it stand. If she doesn't get it, that's her problem. Don't add a lol to protect yourself from her silence. Own your words. Habit number 5. The interviewer. The boring job. How was your day? What are you doing? Where are you from? What's your favorite food? You turn the interaction into a job interview. You are pelting her with boring questions because you don't know how to lead a conversation. You are putting the burden of entertainment on her. You are asking her to dance for you. This is exhausting. Women hate this. How was your day? Is the most lazy, low-effort text a man can send. It forces her to recount the mundane details of her life. It's not fun, it's data entry. But deeper than that, constant questions signal that you are a value taker. You are asking for information. You are digging. A high-value man is a value giver. He makes statements. He makes observations. He teases. Asking, "What are you doing?" is code for, "I am doing nothing, please entertain me." The fix. Swap questions for statements. Instead of, "Where are you from?" say, "You look like a troublemaker from the West Coast." Now she has to react. She has to correct you or agree with you. It's a game. It's playful. Instead of, "How was your day?" send her a picture of something cool you are doing. Offer value. Offer entertainment. Don't demand it. Habit number 6. The pen pal. The failure to launch. You've been texting her for 2 weeks. You know her dog's name. You know her favorite color. You have a streak going on Snapchat. But you haven't seen her face in person. You are not dating her. You are her emotional tampon. The nice guy thinks that if he texts her enough, he will comfort her into liking him. He thinks he can build enough rapport through the screen that she will eventually feel safe enough to meet. He is terrified of the rejection of asking for the date, so he stays in the safe zone of the digital world. Meanwhile, she is getting bored. And while you are sending her good morning text, she is getting ready to go on a date with a man who texted her 3 times and said, "Let's grab a drink." The phone is not for getting to know her. The phone is for one thing, logistics. It is for setting the date. If you text without a purpose, you kill the tension. You become a digital pet. You provide her with validation and attention, and she gives you nothing in return but pixels. The fix: get in and get out. Use the text to establish a brief spark and then pivot to the date. We should continue this over a drink, Thursday at 7. If she says yes, great. Stop texting until the date. If she says no or gives you an excuse, delete her number. You are not looking for a pen pal, you are looking for a real-world interaction. Habit number 7. The good morning text. The routine. Good morning, beautiful. Hope you have a great day. You think this is romantic. You think this shows you are thoughtful. To a woman who is not your girlfriend, this is repulsive. Why? Because it is unearned validation. You are giving her the boyfriend experience for free. You are waking up, and the first thought in your head is her. She knows this, and it bores her. It becomes a chore. Now she has to reply, "Good morning." It's a routine. It's not exciting. It's maintenance. You have become part of her morning hygiene, like brushing her teeth. Necessary perhaps, but not thrilling. Furthermore, it kills the mystery. Attraction requires distance. It requires her to wake up and wonder, I wonder if he's thinking about me. When you send the good morning text every day, you answer that question before she even asks it. Yes, he is thinking about me. He is obsessed with me. I have him in my pocket. And once she knows she has you in her pocket, the game is over. The fix: stop it. Never send a good morning text to a woman you haven't slept with. Let her wake up and wonder. Let her look at her phone and see nothing. Let her miss you. If she texts you, "Good morning," fine, reply. But never initiate the routine. Be the variable, not the constant. The philosophy: reclaiming your attention. Do you mind pain? So, why do men fall into these habits? Why do we double text, overshare, and act like golden retrievers? Because we have been conditioned to believe that women want nice. We have been told that if we just give enough attention, enough validation, enough kindness, she will eventually love us. This is a lie. Attraction is not a transaction. You cannot buy her desire with texts. Attraction is biological. It responds to strength. It responds to status. It responds to the man who values his own time more than he values her approval. When you engage in these 7 habits, you are subcommunicating that you are low status. You are telling her that you have nothing better to do than stare at a screen and wait for her. You need to flip the script. Your attention is your currency. It is the most valuable thing you possess. Stop throwing it into the void. Stop giving it away to women who haven't earned it. When you treat the phone with indifference, you become intriguing. When you stop chasing, she starts wondering. And when she starts wondering, she starts chasing you. The next time you feel the urge to double text, don't. Go do a push-up. The next time you want to send a novel, don't. Send a meme or say nothing. The next time you want to ask, "How was your day?" Don't. Make a plan to see her instead. Be a man of mystery. Be a man of action. Be a man who is too busy building his life to worry about whether she used a heart emoji or a thumbs up. Delete the paragraph you just typed. Put the phone in your pocket. Walk out the door and live in the real world. Because if she wants to talk to you, she can do it while looking into your eyes. And if she doesn't, then she was never worth the data plan to begin with. The phone is a leash. Take it off, and watch how the dynamic changes when you are the one holding the end of the chain.